Hello, welcome to my page, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching and thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yes, so we've been talking about organizational politics and it has been amazing. The feedback has been overwhelming. People have been commenting and giving me their experiences. For the ones that I can chip in, I just chip in. For the ones that I just laugh, I basically just laugh. But it is all fun. Thank you so much. So the series on organizational politics will be ending with this video today. Yeah, I want to say that the fact that it is ending doesn't mean that you cannot talk about it. Hello. It doesn't mean that you cannot send me messages and ask me questions. You can still do that. Please feel free to speak with me concerning any of the topics that we've talked about before. There's nothing like, oh, this is what we're currently talking about, so we are just restricted to referring to what the current video that has been posted. You can always take us back to what was posted before. It's just totally fine and acceptable. I will be ending this piece with a few tips, the advantages and of course disadvantages of practicing office politics. Regardless of the disadvantages, right, it is something that is inevitable, so you still need to practice it. You still have to practice it. You have to be part of the people doing it in the company. So it's almost like you don't have a choice, if you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, that's why I'm here, so you can always reach out to me whenever you feel like you're a bit stuck and you need someone to assist. I am here. Yes. So as part of the advantages, we'll start with the merit first and then go to the demerit. As part of the advantages of practicing office politics, one of the things you would enjoy from it definitely is that it will boost your confidence in the organization. So if you are the one who have been practicing successfully and you now have what you've been looking for, there is absolutely no way you'd tell me that that would not boost your confidence. It will boost your confidence. You'll feel better. You can walk freely. There's this form of boast, that you begin to have because you know that you have the backing. You know people. If anything should go wrong now, you know where to run to. You know what to do. That kind of thing. It kind of just gives you that, you have this rock. So you're just confident about it. Yeah, so it would definitely boost your self-confidence. It should help to increase motivation and your morale in the office. I mean, you'd want to come to work, you'd want to work better, you want to give your all, because you just know that this company and I are glued together because you have played your card properly, right? Then you would be able to distribute your task. Let me tell you something. Do you know that some of the things that you do that is actually outside your job description is sometimes some kind of task from people who play office politics? They just look for how to move this task away from them and look for someone else to just dump it on. And so unfortunately, for people who think that the best thing is to go to work and just bury your head in the sand and not be part of anything, you kind of just take part of that kind of thing, that kind of task, right? And they know they're giving you part of their work, but because you do not know, everybody just acts oblivious, right? And so that's it. So you get to distribute your task, you get to give people, even people that are actually higher than you in rank. It's so funny. Even people that are actually higher than you in rank actually get part of the task you distribute, because you know who to go. You go and meet your guy and just tell him, see sir, I don't know this task, can we move it to this department? And before you know it, that department now begins to carry the sole responsibility of getting that thing done, when actually it is part of your job description to do. But these are the things you enjoy, playing office politics. You also get easy promotion, easy consideration for things. So if you are bidding for something in the office, because you are part of the clique that is running the show in the company or in the organization, you get a higher consideration. People would consider you before considering anyone else, right? So these are the advantages of practicing office politics. It is not limited to just this, but I just highlighted the major things that that you would definitely enjoy from playing your politics, right? Okay. And now we switch to the demerit, which is also the disadvantages of practicing office politics. Of course, there are advantages and disadvantages. So don't think that everything will be all good and rosy. No. For the disadvantages of office politics, I want you to think about it. When you give too much power to someone, what happens? Sometimes they tend to be power drunk, and they become something else. Sometimes they become a bully. They begin to bully people around because they know they have a backing, and there is absolutely nowhere you really, or no one you really want to report them to, because they can always get themselves out of the web anyway. So they kind of become a bully. When someone is arrogant, they tend to become a bully as well. They always want their point to be heard. They always want you to listen to them, They always want you to take their point, regardless, even if it's the worst point ever, even if it's the worst suggestion ever. They don't care, really. You just have to take it. So yeah, they become that kind of person. So you need to watch the kind of power you expose to people, because power changes people, just their character. They get a little out of control. Or maybe they feel the company already observed that this person has this character and no one is doing anything about it. So, people will begin to distrust the leadership style or the leadership system of the organization. When they begin to lack trust in the leadership, then the workplace becomes toxic for some people. Because when you have a nightmare that constantly face from Monday to Friday, and most of your time you're there and the person is just there choking you and showing that there's really nothing you can do about him choking you or her choking you, it becomes toxic, right? It becomes toxic for people and they just want to leave. You see the ripple effect of this thing. And then you see people, from it being toxic, then you see people trying to leave the organization. And then you have a lot of people resigning. People begin to apply to other companies. They begin to look for other places, other things they can do to just get out of the situation. Humans do not like a situation that is not comfortable for them. The next thing is they begin to look for how to, get their sanity back, get that freedom back, and they just want to leave. And so for a company that was doing very well before, you begin to lose staff, right? It becomes more work for the company, it becomes more work for the HR team, right? So because you need to constantly recruit. You may not just be lucky to get the kind of hand you've lost. And so you may just have to make do with what you have, whether it's good or not, And sometimes you're lucky. You may even get someone better than the person that left. But most times even if you get someone better, you still have to train the person. You still have to give the person some time to get used to the system. You still have to stay and monitor to ensure that you have the right person that has the right culture that fits into the culture of the organization. It's a lot of work, to be honest. It is a lot of work. So trust me, once you get to this point, it is how to look for an immediate solution, because you cannot constantly be losing staff. You have to do something about it. You cannot be treating the effect of an issue. You need to go directly to the root of the matter and get it sorted, and not treat the effect of, the matter, right? Productivity level would reduce, definitely. Profit level would reduce drastically. Then it will cost you more to get, because getting a new talent is more expensive, like I said. It's more expensive than maintaining or retaining your staff. It's more expensive because when you get this person, the person is probably charging you more because labor market is increasing day by day. You have to give them branded items, which will cost you more, right? and then you move on to doing the onboarding, training them on the job. It will cost you more, because all of that time you're using to do all of these activities is actually, you're actually losing money as a company. If you had your former staff, that person would have been working and fetching you more money, right? So if you're using all your time to train your staff, even after training them, you still have to give them some time to get used to the job. So you cannot immediately expect them to begin to produce results, right? And of course, when you're losing staff, of course, the work becomes too much for the people who are remaining in the organization. Then you have overload of work, and people just get burnt out and they just get tired. Some people find themselves doing the role of 3 people. It's a lot of work, and you probably have family issues, you probably have car issues, you have bills to pay. There's so many things to think about. And so compounding the work for them in the office, for one person to carry the burden of 3 people, 4 or 5 people, is a lot. It is a lot of work. Productivity level will drop, morale level will drop, motivation will drop. It would shatter everybody. And there's an effect of constantly saying goodbye to your friends and hands that you're used to, or faces that you're used to. It has a mental effect, an emotional effect on staff who are left behind, And so there is absolutely no way people would be the same again, because they've already built some kind of bond with those people that are leaving, right? And so if you have to always make people be in that situation every time, at a point they would also want to leave. And people who leave, trust me, some of them usually come back to tell the staff that, why are you still in that company? Why can't you look for a better job? Why can't you move on? Even the people inside will begin to tell them outside that, please, if you see something good, equally, as good as what you found, I don't mind, because I don't mind living here, right? It is all because of the stress, the mental, the emotional stress that they've been through. So it is a lot of work when you have staff leaving. And of course, there is no way anyone would practice the kind of politics that would make people leave without degrading others just for them to look like the best. So when you're practicing the unethical politics, right, you tend to actually degrade other people, or younger staff, or your fellow staff, just for you to look like the best, right? That's where you have tarnished the image of other people. And as the receiver, you try to take the information that, they say this person is bad, this person that you've been seen as a good person, as a good hand, is a terrible person, and they're giving you that information. Even if you try to be mature about it, at some point it will get to you. At some point you begin to see the person in that light. Even if the person walks by and his pen drops, you begin to say, oh yeah, they've said it that you're clumsy, so why not? So whatever they do that period would be like, it is affirming what they claim. At that point, if there's anybody you want to let go, you probably would just let that person go, or you lack trust in that person, and it would show at a certain level. So the best thing any company can do, or any organization can do, is for all the management staff to have a meeting and discuss the issue. You need to know why people are leaving. You need to know why a certain number of staff left within a very short period. You need to know that and know the root cause of the problem and know how to treat it immediately, because this thing has a ripple effect on your staff. So you need to be sure that you are not treating the result rather than treating what the problem is. Those are the few tips I have on organizational politics and office politics. There's still a lot more to say about it. I told you these videos are not enough to give you full information about office politics. So you really have to read about it online, hear from people who are currently practicing. A lot of people are doing it without even knowing, while some others know that they know exactly what they're doing. It's best to know what you're doing so you don't, so you can discuss with people. People have good good experiences about this, and they can always advise you accordingly. Okay. Oh, now I noticed that I don't look at the camera. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you so much for all the comments. Keep them coming, keep them flowing. Do not forget to share, to like, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're on my YouTube channel, please do not just watch, subscribe. And if you're watching from Instagram, please check my bio. You would see the link to my YouTube and LinkedIn page. You can click on the YouTube, watch my videos, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, feel free. My next video will be talking about how to get that dream job, how to stand out at that interview, everything about getting that job in all those big companies and all of that. They are humans like us, all of them, they're humans, so they are still dealing with the same factors that we are dealing with. So trust me, there are some tips that I'm going to give you that would help you when you're going for that next interview at that big organization. So you want to watch my next video, look out for it. Do not forget, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I do Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So you can follow me on all those 3 platforms and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get more tips and get notifications when I post, okay? Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.